Hello. And welcome to school in the year 2025.
Hello. We are here to explain the educational system of our time and how technology plays a role in how we all learn.
In the past, the term school was used for a place where children gathered to learn, separated out by age and ability level.
Schools before the 21st century provided education to all children and were fairly successful. But, as the curve of technology grew exponentially greater at the start of the 21st century, we began to see that the schools created for the industrial age were no longer meeting the needs of the learners.
With the help of technology, schools no longer needed to be merely the brick-and-mortar buildings where students gathered. Students were now able to use the internet and a variety of tools and resources to connect, communicate, collaborate, share, and learn with people from around the globe. In addition, the availability of information instantaneously through the internet's news sites, encyclopedias, blogs, video sites, and so forth, allowed schools to veer away from traditional teaching and learning using textbooks and teacher knowledge alone.
School stakeholders began to evaluate the educational system as it was created for our ancestors and slowly began the change to what education is like today in the year 2025. Although change is slow, and we are not exactly yet where we want to be, we have made great strides in the evolution of education.
Today, the physical school building serves not as a place where students are necessarily obligated to attend on a daily basis. Students are no longer segregated based on where they live, how old they are, or how quickly they learn. The buildings that once served as schools now serve as community centers where students of all ages, 6 to 96, come together to share and learn from each other.
As Lev Vygotsky once said, through others, we become ourselves. Learning is a social activity and we need the interaction with others to not only learn content, but also to learn how to act and react to other human beings. Although technology in and of itself has transformed the world of education, we still recognize the need to gather, socialize, collaborate, share, and as a result, learn.
Therefore, students still come together to work on what can be considered schoolwork. What was typically considered classwork in the 20th century is now what students do for extra practice, on their own. Larger assignments and projects are typically worked on together at the center. Students use a variety of technology and multimedia to demonstrate their learning. Their projects typically revolve around real-world issues, and they solve problems that affect them locally and globally.
Adults in the community center who are there to guide the children and facilitate their learning serve the same role as the teachers of the past. These facilitators are absolutely needed to teach the children how to weed through the multitude of websites, resources, tools, and information that is available to them anytime and anywhere. The adults educate the students on digital wisdom, which is the art of searching out and finding valid and credible information in the sea of chatter. In addition, these adults teach the students about digital citizenship and how to respect other people's work in a global society.
Each student has a digital individualized education plan that delivers content through multimedia, creates learning activities and projects, provides ongoing formative and summative assessment, tracks progress, connects them to global partners, and adjusts itself as needed. This plan is accessed by each student on their mobile handheld computing device that closely resembles a combination of the old smartphones and laptop computers.
Students also have an electronic portfolio to which they, or their parents, have been adding content since they were born. These portfolios can be private or public and there are controls within each one to set privacy settings for each individual element. This portfolio serves as their life's work, and it is recommended that everyone continue to update their portfolio throughout their lives. We are truly lifelong learners, and our portfolios show the world our unique talents and abilities and the road we've taken to refine them.
Today's educational system is run by the government, but all stakeholders have a say in how the community centers are run, and what activities are provided within them. The curriculum and educational plan, as previously mentioned, is completely software-driven, and is based on national benchmarks for learning.
The national benchmarks are tied closely with the international benchmarks created by the International Education Consortium. Nations around the world have come together and agreed upon what is important for the children to learn. It is important to note that these benchmarks can be achieved at any age, but there are marks for all ages from 5 to 75.
We hope you enjoyed learning a bit about what school is like in the year 2025.
What do you think? Please leave us your comments.